oncology unit, and imagine, if you're a parent, what you don't want to think about is having a child in the hospital, but imagine having two of your children in the hospital. That's what Teresa from Murfreesboro is going through right now. You've got Trip, he's 13 months old, and then you just recently gave birth, and your son Calden is also here at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. What is that like?
It's hard. I mean, I have to split up my time between little Trip here and his baby brother downstairs, and it's just hard emotionally, mentally, with having to deal with two little ones, both they're in a great place, but not in the place where I'd rather have them be at home.
Right. So you had just given birth to Calden. He was 2 weeks old, and then you discovered what with Trip?
His belly was a little big and puffy, and we took him to our local ER, and they felt his stomach. There was nothing they could do for him. They're like, this feels like a tumor. We're sorry. They're like, we don't have the proper things to treat him. So they were like, we're going to transfer him either Vanderbilt or Centennial. His brother was currently at Centennial, and so I was like, hey, for simplicity, can we get him transferred over there? And while we were there, we did a scan, and they told us they found something, but they didn't have a pediatric urologist, which is what he needed to start getting better. Mm-hmm. So they transferred us here, and we were here for maybe a week and a half when the hospital actually helped us get his brother transferred over.
So you have both of your children here at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, both being treated, getting what they need. How comforting is that for you in this, what I can only imagine is a difficult time for you?
It is. Everyone's taking really great care of him. He's made several friends with all of his nurses and his care partners, and everyone downstairs is taking great care of my son, my other son, and I just love how everyone's been treating him, and I love them. They're great.
So tell us about Trip here. So he's 13 months old.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see that? Yeah, he's 13 months old. He loves to play. He's been diagnosed with cancer in his bladder, and he's been getting his chemotherapy treatments, but he's still happy and playful and curious about everything.
Including microphones, we can see. Yes, yes. How about that? So you're from Murfreesboro, having this in your backyard. You try other hospitals, and they point you here because this is the place to be.
Right.
How comforting is that, knowing that you've got that hospital here, you don't have to travel miles away, that the pediatric urologist is at Vanderbilt?
Oh, it's great because, it's not that far from home, so my family in Murfreesboro can come by and visit. His specialist won't be that far away. We'll be able to, once we get to go home, we can go to a clinic, which is still not, Vanderbilt's, I got everything right here, and they're just going to take great care of him. They got everything he needs all in one place.
And as you were saying, everything he needs. This is a telethon, obviously, to raise money for the hospital. We see the equipment, we see the doctors, we hear about the research, all of that kind of stuff that the money goes towards. But the money is going towards those things to help people like Trip. Why is this telethon, would you say, so important to kids like Trip and to your family?
Because he's been here for a little bit, and I've seen all the good things that the hospital's been doing for him. They have all the technology and all that stuff. They also have several fun little activities and for the children. Yesterday we went to a puppet show. He's got a little car he likes to ride around in. That there's been all over the floor. There's cars and wagons and the playrooms, and everything's here just to make him happier and comfortable. That way he doesn't feel like he's not really at home.
Exactly. And of course, as we've discussed, your youngest son is in the NICU. We'd like to meet him. And so in just a few minutes, we'll go down and we'll meet Calden in there. So in the meantime, we're going to give you a few minutes to go to your phone. Pick up the phone, call 615-322-KIDS, make a donation, look at Trip. This is the kind of child that you're helping. This is what Vanderbilt is doing, is treating these kids and making them better.